There is a height adjustment guide on top of the upright. In the instruction placard, you will find a guide that tells the user where to set their seat based on their height. So I'm 6'2", so my seat position is between a 7 or an 8. Important to note that once you determine what your seat setting is on one machine, you'll be the same on all of the Palladium machines throughout the circuit. To reduce the increment, we have an adder weight system that's embedded in the machine, and in order to access it, simply flip the lever to the left for a +5 increment. The 0 position or the neutral position is in the middle, and then flip it to the right to pick up 10 pounds. So regardless of the weight stack that's chosen, your increment is only 5 pounds. To then change from one weight plate to the next, simply remove the weight selector pin and then insert it into the weight plate that you desire. Palladium leg extension. Have a seat in the machine. Make sure that your knee aligns with the axis of rotation. Select the proper range of motion that you would like to use during your workout. So there are 10 different positions to choose from. Choose the shin pad location most comfortable for you. There are 8 different choices, and this is simply based on your comfort level. So once you find that position, let it lock into place. Lean back, grasp the handles, and then extend the legs. When you're done with the exercise, let the arm come down to rest. So the weight is now offloaded. Reach over, grab the range of motion handle, press down on the button, lift the arm up simply to create a nice open gap so you can exit the machine easily. We have 3 main adjustments on a seated leg curl machine. We have the first adjustment, which is our range of motion. This adjustment allows you to change the starting position into a position that's best suited to your individual needs. The second adjustment is the position of the ankle pad. That's this pad here. And this adjustment is made here with this handle. And you can see that on the guide we have provided some guidance. So shorter folks typically will be in the 1 through 4 position, and then taller folks typically in that 5 through 8 position. So simply sit down on the machine, make sure your knee is aligned with the axis of rotation. Determine what your range of motion is. Lock that into place. And then choose the proper position for your ankle pad, and this is essentially just based on your comfort, level of comfort. Everybody is different. Then reach over, grab the handle here, drop the thigh hold down pad on top of your legs. Make sure it locks into place. You want it to be secure but not too tight. And then simply bring your ankles toward the bottom of the machine in a nice slow controlled movement. When you're done, reach over, access the adjustment handle, lift the thigh hold down pad up into its storage position. That creates a nice gap here, and then you can easily step out of the machine. A Palladium leg press. There are a couple of unique adjustments on here. First of all, we have a seat back adjustment that allows you to change the angle of the seat back in relation to the seat. There are 5 different positions to choose from. So the 5th position would be the most upright, and then the 1st position would be the most reclined. So you have 5 different positions to choose from. Essentially, this comes really down to comfort and what range of motion you prefer on the exercise. So once you determine what position you want to be in, go ahead and make that adjustment. Let the adjustment pin slip into place so you make sure that you're in securely. We have a foot plate adjustment as well. The purpose of the foot plate adjustment is to maintain a neutral angle with your ankle joint as you go through the range of motion, regardless of where you put your feet on the platform. For the purposes of this video, we're going to put our foot platform position in position number 2. Typically number 2 or 3 is going to be the most common positions chosen. While you're sitting in the machine, to adjust your starting position, put your feet up on the platform, reach down, grab the adjustment lever, lift up, let the seat fall down into the starting position that you prefer. Once you find that position, release the lever, make sure it locks into place, and then simply press. When you're done with the exercise, let the trolley come to rest. Reach over, grab that handle, lift up, and then push the seat assembly back. There's no weight on that, so it's very easy. Release the handle, and what that has done is created a nice open gap here so we can exit the machine easily. Palladium tricep pushdown. This machine features one bilateral arm, so these arms are not independent, they are connected. We have a 2-position handle assembly, so we either have an outer position or a simple flip the lever inner position. And this just really comes down to comfort and then the width of your shoulders and what you're trying to accomplish. So either an outer position or inner position. Notice the grips can either be a palm down grip or a neutral grip. So either way, that's to your preference. To do the exercise, simply sit down, choose the hand position that you prefer, back firmly against the pad, and then simply do a tricep extension or a push down. A Palladium bicep curl. We have a seated position, 2 independent arms, each with their own biomechanical cam, so you have true unilateral movements. We have rotation of the handle, and we have movement of the arm itself. A red axis of rotation, so anywhere where you see a red circle, this is the axis of rotation. In this particular case, this is where we would align our elbow. Very simple adjustment. Simply lift the seat adjustment lever, and then move the seat up or down until the arrow is lined up with the number that you've chosen. In my case, I'll choose position number 8. Release. To do the exercise, sit in the machine facing out. Elbows are aligned with the axis of rotation. Reach down, grab the handles, and then simply lift up and do a curl. So you can do 2 arms at a time, which is what we call bilateral training, or you can do 1 arm at a time, which is unilateral training. Palladium shoulder press. So this particular unit features a converging unilateral arm, so each arm operates independently from the other. We have 2 grip positions here. We have a standard grip position and we have a neutral grip position. Notice that on a pressing movement on the Palladium units, we use a triangular shaped grip with thumb recess for comfort and proper ergonomics. So to adjust the seat, we simply lift the lever, the seat will come up. It is a gas cylinder assisted seat adjustment. Find the right indication, release the handle, it locks into place. So we have an additional feature on the shoulder press, which is the adjustable back pad. That allows the user to change their hand position in relation to the shoulder. There are 4 different positions to choose from. It's a very simple adjustment mechanism. Simply pull the pin out and the seat will come forward. So notice how this seat is now very close to the handles. And then we can adjust the seat backward up to 4 different positions, and this opens up the gap between the seat and the handle itself. Choose the handle grip position that you prefer, either standard or neutral, either way, and then simply press up overhead. Notice that we have 2 arms that converge and they are unilateral, so each arm operates independently from the other. Palladium deltoid raise. To make the seat adjustment very simple, access the seat adjustment lever. Lift that up. There's a gas cylinder that will assist the seat in its adjustment. So simply find the proper seat position that you're looking for by aligning the arrow with the number. Release the handle. To use the machine, very simple. Sit in the machine facing inside. Put your hands on the handles, elbows on the elbow pads, and then simply do a deltoid raise exercise. Notice that the arms are independent, so they have their own independent cam, so you can train unilaterally or one arm at a time. Palladium chest press features an overhead pivot, 2 unilateral converging arms, triangular grips with thumb recess for pressing movements. To adjust the seat based on our height adjustment guide, simply lift up on the seat adjustment handle, select the right position, release, make sure it locks into place. We have an additional adjustment on the chest press, which is the back pad adjustment. This allows the user to change the handle position in relation to their chest. So it allows them to change the starting position of the arm. So there are 4 different positions to choose from. So this would be the most aggressive position. So the pad is closest to the handle. And then we have 4 positions we can choose from, this being the furthest away. So you can notice that there's a significant gap here between the handle and the back pad position. So once you find the position that you prefer, simply have a seat, grasp the handles, thumbs inside the thumb recess, palms firmly supported with a triangular shaped grip, shoulders retracted, and then simply press forward. So each arm is independent from the other, so we have unilateral training, so you can train one arm at a time or both at the same time. Palladium pec fly rear delt. So this is a dual function exercise that does a pec fly and a rear deltoid exercise. So we have a 2-in-1 piece here. For the rear deltoid exercise, we have 4 different positions that you can choose from. This would be a starting position. It's clearly marked underneath the cam here with either rear deltoid or pec fly exercises. Once you find the proper location, simply sit down, grasp the handles, select the proper weight. Each arm is independent, so you can train unilaterally, so one arm at a time or both at the same time, either way. When you want to change out to the pec fly exercise, simply stand up, pull the pin down, move the arm around, select the range of motion that you prefer. So this would be a deeper range of motion, and this would be a less restrictive range of motion. So choose the position that you prefer. This time we're going to sit face out of the machine, grasp the lower handles, and then simply converge. Palladium lat pull down features diverging unilateral arms, slightly oversized round grips, which we use for pulling movements. The seat adjustment handle, find the arrow indicator marking the seat adjustment position, lock into place. We have an adjustable thigh pad here, assembly here. This is simply for comfort. As far as the movement is concerned, very simple movement. So diverging arms, and each one is unilateral, so they operate independently from the other. Palladium series seated row. So we have a unit here that has a diverging movement with unilateral arms and floating handles that rotate 360 degrees. On this particular piece, there is an additional adjustment, and that is the chest pad adjustment. You want to make sure that the pad is positioned in a place where when you reach forward, you can reach out and grab the handles comfortably. Feet up on the platform, retract, and then simply row. So as you're pulling, notice that the arms diverge, that we have a unilateral movement, and then we also have rotational movement in the handles themselves. We include a single handle if you want to do one arm rows. So this is for stability when you're using one side over the other. Palladium knee raise ab crunch. This particular piece is proprietary to True. We use a design system down below with the linkage arms that allows us to incorporate the lower abs and the hip flexors into the movement. So to start this movement, you actually initiate with the lower body. So you do a knee raise and then accompany that with an ab crunch. So the result is a full abdominal workout. So we're hitting the lower abs, the upper abs, and the obliques all at one time on the same piece of equipment. There's only one adjustment on here, and that is the shin pad adjustment. Very simple, and it's only based on comfort. So you simply want to position this to where it's on your shin, but it's in a comfortable position that provides you support during the exercise. To use the machine, simply sit down in the chair, wrap your legs around the shin pads, reach up and grab the arms up above, initiate with a knee raise followed by an ab crunch.